Welcome back to 101 Ways to Transform the Way You Cook. I'm super excited. I hope you are too. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed this journey of making these episodes with you. So we are on episode 6, and this one is goals. I'll read from you a little bit of this one from the ebook and the book, 101 Ways to Transform the Way You Cook. To have a great kitchen is to start with the desire to live a healthy lifestyle. This is a challenge, right? Because that was the challenge that we took up. We need to redirect the mindset from striving to I have arrived. The kitchen is one that we should be proud of. It is the heart of our home. The aromas of the kitchen are the calling to life. They should be running and streaming through our entire household, as it is the calling to MANGIARE. Imagine a kitchen that has aromas which invites friends, family and neighbours. The aromas direct you into where it is coming from. Have you ever gone for a walk and smelt the aromas in the street? You know that someone's cooking, right? What does that do to you? Does it start your heartbeat? Wow. That's a really, really big one. So let's start with goals. How we said last episode, where we are here, and this is a goal point. So their goals are points into growing and expanding from where we are to where we want to be. So as long as they are tangible and you can feel them and you know you can do it, then it's possible, right? It is. Now keep going, because this will help you. This is another mindset, and it's part of growing and evolving into becoming the best cook. So it's having goals and knowing that I really, really want to be a great cook. This is my goal. I really want to be a great cook. So I'm not a great cook, but this is where I am. This is where I am. I'm not a great cook, but this is where I want to be. But you only use what you got, right? So you need to have new tools, and we've implemented so many different tools from every other episode. And this one is a goal. Goals make you want to get up. They challenge you, and they say to you, okay, why should I? You've got a goal. So that goal is going to make you want to be the best cook. That's your goal. This is where it's going to take you from where you are now to where you really want to be, because you can. But you have to learn techniques and methods and different brands and different keys on how to do things, how to cook. Because if you don't know how to cook, then you've got to learn how to cook. So that's where that is. So the aromas from the kitchen are calling of life. Are they running in your household? Are they streaming through your corridors into the bedrooms? I'm telling you, I'll never forget. And never, ever, ever, my mother's cooking. My mother's cooking, I can never forget it, because it used to wake me up. She'd get up early in the morning and she'd be cooking. She'd be making, her forte was, And everyone that knows my mum knows that this was her forte. She made the best cannelloni. Cannelloni are the rolled meat inside. She used to put with bechamel and make the sauce, but the sauce that she made was not just your average sauce. She would make it from chuck steak, from pork ribs. She'd make polpette. She would make a mixture of different ragouts, and that sauce would be cooking in her big Bessemer pot. She was so proud of her Bessemer ware, because you understand, she come from the war, they didn't have any of that stuff. When Bessemer was out, she had the best Bessemer pots, and all the kumaris and the zias, and everyone had a Bessemer. Everyone had Bessemer parties. I can remember so many Bessemer parties, and I remember my mother's face when my father bought her the whole set. Up until the day she died, she loved her Bessemer pots and pans, and she cooked. They're heavy though. I found they were heavy. I wasn't much of a Bessemer person, but she was so proud. But she would cook the sauce for about 3 hours before she even started to make the cannelloni. They were her forte. I would smell it coming. It lingered. It's like coming into the kitchen and say, Carmela, wake up. Guess what we're having today? She didn't have to call me. I could smell it from my bedroom. We had a beautiful long hallway. It was wonderful. Great growing up with the smells of food, different foods. I can't tell you how many different kinds of foods we smell. Another one was that my dad loved fishing. And he would go fishing, and he would get fish, and my mum would cook it and fry them, and you could smell it. The smells of your youth, they just bring different aromas of life. They're the calling. They are the calling to life. The calling to life. What does it do to you? Does it start your heartbeat? These are all different mindset. What does the cooking does to you? Do you really want to cook? Do you really, is it something that you really want? Is it a passion that you really want? Because if it is, then it's a calling to life. It's something. But whether we really, food is part of our everyday life. We need to eat. We have to eat. It's part of living. If we don't eat, we die. When we start understanding that we need to eat properly and eating ingredients and produce that is for our well-being, it actually starts to change the way we think. They're doing ads at the moment on television I've seen where people are getting angry because they've been eating too much chocolate, and then they're saying eat a healthier choice, have some fruit and vegetable. I'm telling you that when you start to eat differently and healthier, your mind starts to be clearer. There's no clutter or clogginess, or you're not clarity. You got more clarity. You think better. You feel better. You act better. There's so much. That's the best petrol. Remember I told you I was a prestige car? The best V-power for your engine is eating right. Eating products and produce that are only going to nourish your body. So, goals. You are where you are now, and you're going to be the best cook. After this journey together of 101 ways, you will be the best cook in your kitchen. You will. I guarantee you. You will have a zest for wanting to eat and cook food that you've never cooked in your whole entire life. You will want to broaden the way that you cook now. If you do cook, if you're eating frozen foods and then you're wondering, not feeling too good, there you go. It's vita. Vita means life in Italian. Food is life. If you don't eat food that's got life in it, you die. You die really sick. You don't want that. You want to eat healthy and live well. It will change the way you look at life. And so this is part of the transformation, that I'm redirecting the goals, priorities, and rituals, because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Daily practices was the last one. Today it's goals. Implementing goals into your daily practice will change the way you cook. I'll say it again. Implementing goals into your daily practice will change the way you cook. Why? Goals are lifelines, and they're poles to take you to the next destination of transformation. Think about that as we journey on 101 ways to transform the way you cook. Let me know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And we will see each other on the next episode. Arrivederci. Ciao.